As the Super Eagles of Nigeria are preparing for their 2026 World Cup qualifying matches against Rwanda and Zimbabwe, the newly appointed head coach, Eric Sekou Cheli, has been urged to recall Ahmed Musa into the team. We will talk about the details and where this particular news is coming from. Following the Under-20 AFCON draw yesterday, the various coaches have started expressing their views in their various groups. Nigeria and Egypt coach have spoken extensively. We'll give you the details of what they said. I also talk about some of the transfer stories surrounding the Super Eagles of Nigeria's players. Before I plunge into the intricacies of these stories, if you are new on this platform, let's all build this platform together by subscribing to the channel, clicking on the post notification bell for more updates, liking the video, and sharing to other social media platforms. My name is Solomon Asante. Your only nomenclature with the engineer's philosophy in sports, the only Ghanaian who has declared his support for the Super Eagles of Nigeria ahead of their 2025 AFCON tournament in Morocco. Ladies and gentlemen, let's delve into the stories. To commence with is the camp of the Super Eagles of Nigeria as they are preparing for their 2026 World Cup qualifying matches against Rwanda and Zimbabwe. One of the midfielders of Julius Berger. This has reminded me of Julius Berger's team. I know most of the Nigerians know about Julius Berger. If you don't know, let me just give you a reminiscence of what the club was. This club was one of the finest clubs in Nigeria. They had their glory days in the 90s to 2000s, where they claimed the trophy of the Nigerian Premier League in the year 1991, same as 2000. They also won the FA Cup in 1996 and 2002. I stand to be corrected. Early 2008, the club was disbanded just because they had financial predicaments where their slot was given to Bej FC, and after that, that was the end of the club. So that is it for the club as we call Julius Berger. And one of the former midfielders of the club, Edma Fuludu, has spoken extensively about why Sekou Eric Cheli needs to call Ahmed Musa into the team. What he's saying is that that player is very instrumental on the field of play when he's playing for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Aside that, he's having that leadership skills. Even not on the field, it will be off the pitch, as in controlling the players in the dressing room. So he thinks he can do the job for the Super Eagles of Nigeria because these two matches are very crucial for the Super Eagles. Looking at the table as it stands now, their position on the table and what they can do to at least evolve from the group so as they'll become the leader of the group and also get their tickets into the 2026 World Cup tournament. That is what he's saying. And looking at Ahmed Musa, the last time he played for the Super Eagles of Nigeria on the field of play was somewhere in 2023 when Nigeria was preparing for the AFCON tournament where they played against Guinea. I stand to be corrected. However, with these two crucial matches looming in March, the presence of Ahmed Musa by Fuludu will be very great for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. These are the exact words that he said on the Guardian Nigeria. Let's read it and let's listen together. So the first statement from what he said is that the Super Eagles are in a dire need of results to put our World Cup campaign back on track. And I feel someone like Ahmed Musa has crucial role to play for the Eagles. If Ahmed Musa can come back to play in the Nigerian League and stabilize Canopilas on the table, there is nothing wrong including him in the Super Eagles squad for the 2026 World Cup qualifiers. Many Nigerians are superstars when it comes to football, and I always feel sad when some people jump into conclusions that players are too old to play for the national team. We have seen situations where other players became saviors for many times in tight situations. We all know Ahmed Musa as one of the most dedicated players to play for the national team. After all, he has not officially announced his retirement from the international football. I feel he still has a role to play in the Super Eagles if the coach wants him. That is what he is saying. He said he thinks or he reckons that Ahmed Musa still has a role to play in the Super Eagles of Nigeria's team. Do you agree or disagree with Edima Fuludu, former midfielder for Julius Berger? That is what he has to say about the inclusion of Ahmed Musa into Nigeria's squad for the 2026 World Cup qualifying matches against Rwanda and Zimbabwe. Let me give my take on this, and my take will be proved by statistics. So let's look at the statistics so far and as to how he might be part of Nigeria's squad. Let's look at Ahmed Musa's 2024-2025 season and national team statistics. Currently, as we all know, he plays for Kano Pillars in the NPFL. He has made 6 appearances so far. He has played 540 minutes, 0 goals, 0 assists, 0 yellow cards, and 0 red cards. His national team, as in the Super Eagles of Nigeria, statistics. He had his debut for the Super Eagles of Nigeria on the 5th of September 2010. So far, he has played 110 matches for the Super Eagles of Nigeria, scoring 18 goals. His call-up percentage for Rwanda and Zimbabwe in the World Cup qualifiers, the estimated chance for now is between 40 and 50% if fully fit and available. Lower possibility is between 20 to 30% if younger players are prioritized. So that is what I've said. So if younger players are being prioritized by Eric Sekou, meaning his percentage in being part of Nigeria's squad will be between 20 to 30%. But if he's fully fit and available and needs to be considered by Eric Cheli, meaning he will be between 40 to 50% to be called by the Super Eagles of Nigeria. So that is it for Ahmed Musa. You can also drop your decent comments about this particular update in the comment box. Let me move from the camp of the Super Eagles of Nigeria to the camp of the Flying Eagles, Nigeria National Under-20 boys. Yes, as I said yesterday, the various groups for the Under-20 AFCON, which will be held in Ivory Coast from the 26th of April to the 18th of May, is finally out. Therefore, in Group B, people are saying it, or that perception as being the group of death has been released, because in Group B, we have Nigeria, we have Egypt, we have Morocco, and South Africa. So far, Nigeria's head coach, the Flying Eagles head coach, Aliyu Zubairu, has spoken, same as Egypt's head coach has also spoken. What Osimhen-Ademola is saying is they will definitely do their best to qualify from the group. Same as Aliyu Zubairu is also saying that they should dispel that notion or perception that Group B is the toughest group or the strong group as it stands now. For his side, they don't see any team or country as the biggest opponents. Any country will be treated equally in this tournament. So if they are going to face Tanzania, they know that Tanzania is a tough country that they are going to face. It's not like they are going to consider Morocco over that of Tanzania. They will play equally, same as playing Morocco or Tanzania. That is what Aliyu Zubairu, the head coach of the Flying Eagles, has to say. Let me read out what he said in his discussions as to how he also shared his view on the various group. Starting with this is what he said. We need to dispel the notion that this is a group of death. So he doesn't think Group B is a group of death. In African football, there are no small teams anymore. The key is to prepare very well. A lesser known nation can surprise everyone if they come prepared. It's a very good draw. If a team truly aspires to reach the FIFA World Cup, there is no need to shy away from any opponents. Facing Egypt, Morocco, and South Africa at this stage presents a tremendous opportunity. I believe it's a blessing. So he believes being in Group B is a blessing to the Flying Eagles. I just like the morale, the confidence of Aliyu Zubairu, meaning he is very okay and optimistic as in securing victories in this very particular group for the Flying Eagles. Let me move from the camp of the Flying Eagles to the camp of Egypt Under-20. Their head coach, Osimhen-Ademola, has also spoken extensively about the group. Let's listen to the exact words from Coach Osama for the Egypt National Under-20. It is certainly the strongest group in the tournament, but we trust in ourselves, our players, and our capabilities. We have a difficult challenge in Cote d'Ivoire. With efforts, sweats, and hard work, we are able to overcome the difficulty and qualify for the 2027 World Cup. So these are the exact words for the head coach of the Egypt National Under-20. He added that we will complete the serious work we have started and prepared well for the tournament. We have a respectable preparation program and will play a number of friendly matches to achieve the required harmony and cohesion for this team. Egyptian teams are accustomed to facing difficulties, and it is impossible for us to have the impossible. The impossible gives us hopes and dreams. The next stage requires solidarity from everyone because the tournament is indeed difficult, especially after the change in the map of African football in recent years. So this is what Egypt's head coach Osimhen-Ademola has to say about Group B. So you can just juxtapose, as in compare and contrast with that of Ali Yuzuberu of Nigeria. You see the confidence coming from one another. The other one is also very optimistic that maybe anything can happen with preparation. And that is it for the Under-20 AFCON from the camp of Egypt and the camp of the Flying Eagles, Nigeria National Under-20. Before I proceed with some of the transfer stories coming from the camp of the Super Eagles of Nigeria's squad or team or players, the news coming in from a former PSG and Nigeria or the Super Eagles defender, he is saying that Nigeria, as when you are comparing their group in the World Cup qualifiers, he can see that they have better players than that of Rwanda, Zimbabwe, and the others. So they have to go all out and qualify for the 2026 World Cup tournament. The exact words from the legendary Okpara is what I'm reading out for you. 1 versus 1, Nigeria has better players than the teams in our World Cup group, and I'm confident we will qualify for the tournament next year. So that is what Gordon Okpara has to say about Nigeria having better players to qualify for the 2026 World Cup tournament. Do you agree with him? Yes, to me, I agree. We have exciting players in the Super Eagles of Nigeria as compared to the other countries in the group. So they have to sit down, prepare very well, match focus. They have to tolerate whatever they can and also give out whatever they can do to qualify for the 2026 World Cup, because it has been very long that we see the Super Eagles of Nigeria in the World Cup. I think they were in the 2018, but 2022 they missed out. This time around 2026, they have to qualify for the Mundial. And that is it from the camp of the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Let's look at some of the transfer stories coming up from the Super Eagles of Nigeria's players. From Ola Aina's camp, what Nottingham Forest manager Nuno Espirito saying is that they want to extend his contract. Yes, he has all the positive news surrounding his contract extension. Therefore, at the end of the season, they can see what they will do in order to extend his contract. That is that for Ola Aina. From the camp of Ademola Lookman and Victor Osimhen, the news coming in is that Ademola Lookman can join Juventus. They are preparing to offer a bid for Ademola Lookman. That is what I am hearing, or the news I'm having on board. What Juventus want to do is that maybe they will come out with an amount of money, around 13 million euros, plus a player to secure the services of Ademola Lookman into the team. And that's of Victor Osimhen. The same Juventus needs Victor Osimhen from Galatasaray and Napoli. So therefore, they have to offer hefty amounts of money or colossal amounts of money to secure his services. As to whether these rumors are true or not, I'm still monitoring the situation. I will give you up-to-speed updates about their situations on this particular platform. Stay tuned. Here remains Sports Filler. Subscribe to the channel if you are new on this platform. I was being supported by my hardworking chief editor, Emmanuel Kwame Asidu, and my amazing graphic designer, Dominic. Until we meet again on this platform, it's bye for now.